Have you ever wondered how a random moment could change someone's entire life? On a cozy Christmas Eve in Nashville, Tennessee, amidst laughter and glittering lights, an unexpected act took place that left everyone speechless. What could have prompted a renowned billionaire to pause and care for a stranger? Stay tuned. This story will take you from surprise to deep emotion, and it might just change how you perceive kindness. If you love heartwarming tales, don't miss this one. The McDonald's on Main Street in downtown Nashville buzzed with activity. Outside, Christmas lights twinkled along the street, their glow reflecting off the windows of surrounding buildings. Inside, the festive spirit was palpable. Tinsel and wreaths adorned the walls, and a small plastic Christmas tree stood proudly next to the soda fountain. From a corner, the speakers played a soft rendition of Jingle Bell Rock, blending seamlessly with the aroma of fresh fries and grilled burgers, creating a warm, quintessentially Christmas atmosphere. Staff in red and green uniforms bustled around, their cheerful smiles lighting up the crowded space as they served a steady stream of customers. Families with excited children queued up, the buzz of anticipation thick in the air. Despite the restaurant's bustling energy, it retained a cozy, friendly vibe. At the counter stood Emma Reed, her radiant smile rivaling the twinkling lights outside. At first glance, she seemed like any other cheerful employee skillfully managing the busy evening crowd. Yet behind her gentle brown eyes lay a story few knew. At 32, Emma was a single mother to 6-year-old Lily. Life had been a relentless uphill battle since her husband walked out 4 years ago, leaving behind nothing but a note on the kitchen table and an empty closet. From that moment on, Emma had taken on 2 jobs to maintain a modest apartment for her and Lily, often surviving on just 4 hours of sleep a day. Exhausted to the core, Emma still clung to her smile. It was her shield, her promise to herself and her daughter. As she handed a happy meal to a young boy wearing a Christmas sweater, the doorbell chimed. A man in a tailored black coat stepped in, scanning the room briefly before heading to the counter. Emma froze for a moment as she recognized Elon Musk. Although she'd seen his photos online, the reality of such a prominent figure standing in front of her felt surreal. "Good evening, welcome to McDonald's," Emma greeted him, her voice steady even as her hands betrayed a slight tremble. "What can I get for you?" Elon smiled faintly, glancing at his phone's clock. "I'll take a quarter pounder with cheese, medium fries, and a Coke, please." Emma nodded, swiftly punching in the order. After he paid with a sleek black card, she passed the ticket to her colleague, Sarah, a bubbly multitasker known for her efficiency. "Quarter pounder with cheese coming right up," Emma said, her tone light despite the exhaustion weighing on her. "Got it," Sarah replied, her hands already assembling the meal. "Hey, Emma, have you decorated your place for Lily yet? It's Christmas, after all." Emma hesitated for a moment before nodding. "We set up a small tree last week. Lily even helped hang the ornaments." Sarah beamed. "That's adorable. Kids always get so excited over the little things. I just got my son the Nerf gun he's been asking for all year. He's going to lose his mind tomorrow." Emma's smile faltered briefly. She turned away, pretending to check the screen, but her shoulders gave a faint shudder. Sarah noticed and stepped closer. "Hey, Emma, are you okay?" she asked, placing a gentle hand on her friend's shoulder. Emma took a deep breath, her voice trembling as she turned back. "I can't get Lily anything this year. I've tried, Sarah. I've worked double shifts, but with rent, bills, and groceries, it's all gone. There's nothing left." Sarah's face softened with sympathy. "Emma, you've done everything you can. Lily knows you love her. But it's not enough." Emma's voice cracked as she fought back tears. "Lily's just a kid, Sarah. She doesn't understand rent or bills. All she'll see is other kids with gifts, and she'll have nothing." Tears streamed down her cheeks. "I feel like such a failure as a mother. I work so hard, and I can't even give her a proper Christmas. What kind of mom can't make her child happy?" Sarah squeezed her hand tightly. "You are not a failure. You're a superhero. 2 jobs, raising Lily on your own, keeping a roof over her head. You're doing more than most people ever could. Lily doesn't need magic under the tree. You are her magic." Emma lowered her head, her heart heavy. I hope so, she whispered. But it doesn't make this any less hard. The two stood in silence for a moment amidst the bustling restaurant. Sarah's words were a balm, but the guilt still clung to Emma. A few feet away, Elon Musk sat at a small table near the counter. Though his meal was untouched, his eyes lingered on Emma. Her professional smile had returned, masking the vulnerability she'd just displayed, but her earlier words echoed in his mind. He had overheard fragments of the conversation, and they lingered, refusing to be dismissed. He wasn't sure if he should intervene. Was it too intrusive? But the image of this woman, carrying the weight of the world for her daughter, stirred something in him. Elon stayed seated, slowly finishing his quarter-pounder. As he polished off the last fry, his thoughts wandered to people like Emma, those who worked tirelessly yet remained on the edge of hardship. Finally, he rose and approached the counter, his gaze resolute. He couldn't change the world in one night, but he could certainly change her world. Emma greeted him with her usual smile, though a closer look revealed her eyes still slightly red. Welcome back, sir. Was everything all right with your meal? Perfect, Elon nodded, offering a faint smile. Then, reaching into his coat pocket, he pulled out a small stack of cash, placing it gently on the counter and sliding it toward her. I realized I forgot to leave a tip earlier. Emma stared at the money, her chest tightening as she noticed the amount. It was far from small. She stammered, her hands instinctively pulling back. I can't accept this. It's too much. Elon raised a hand to stop her protest. Please let me speak. I happened to overhear part of your conversation earlier. I know I shouldn't have listened, but I couldn't help it. You're doing everything you can for your daughter, and I just want to help. Emma's eyes widened, her cheeks flushing with a mix of embarrassment and overwhelming emotion. I don't know what to say, but I can't take this money. Elon gently interrupted her. Emma, you're an incredibly hardworking woman. You're holding down 2 jobs, raising your daughter on your own, and keeping a roof over both your heads. That's no small feat. You shouldn't have to sacrifice every precious moment with your daughter just to make ends meet. Emma blinked, her hands trembling. Not from the cold, but from the sheer weight of it all. Before she could respond, Elon reached into his pocket again and pulled out a larger stack of cash. This is to cover your rent and living expenses for the next few months. You don't need to work 2 jobs anymore. Use that time to be with Lily. Spend it making memories. Emma stared at the money, gripping the edge of the counter to steady herself. The amount was more than she could have ever imagined. More than just money. It was a lifeline. But what brought tears streaming down her face wasn't the amount. It was the kindness behind the gesture. I don't even know how to thank you, she whispered, her voice cracking. This means everything to us. You don't have to thank me, Elon said, his voice steady and sincere. I just want you to have the chance to enjoy Christmas with your daughter. You've earned it. Emma wiped at her tears, her lips curling into a shaky smile amidst the flood of emotion. I don't understand why you're doing this for a complete stranger. Elon shrugged slightly, a thoughtful expression crossing his face. Because I'm fortunate and not everyone is. If I can make someone's life a little easier, why wouldn't I? Besides, you remind me of my mother. She worked incredibly hard for everything she had. Emma let out a soft laugh, a sound like a warm breeze easing the tightness in her chest. Lily's going to be so happy tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you so much. Elon nodded, a rare but genuine smile touching his lips. You don't need to thank me. Just make tomorrow a magical Christmas for Lily. He turned toward the door, leaving Emma standing at the counter, her hands still clutching the cash, her eyes shimmering with newfound hope. Just as Elon reached the door, Emma called out, "Wait!" She hurriedly grabbed a bag and carefully packed a few apple pies, a chocolate shake, and a special peppermint milkshake for the holiday season. Her hands trembled slightly as she handed the bag to him. "Here," she said, her voice rushed yet heartfelt. "It's not much, but it's something to thank you. I can't let you leave without giving something in return. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year." Elon accepted the bag with a slight smile, his eyes reflecting a rare sense of emotion. Thank you, Emma. You didn't have to do this. And you didn't have to do what you just did, she replied, her voice soft but brimming with emotion. It means the world to us. Elon nodded, meeting her gaze with quiet encouragement. Lily's lucky to have you as her mom. You're doing better than you think, even if it doesn't always feel that way. Emma felt her chest tighten at his words, warmth flooding her heart. Before she could respond, Elon reached into his coat and pulled out a business card. If Lily's into space or would like to see some cool rockets, give me a call. I'll arrange a tour of SpaceX for the two of you, completely on me. Emma's eyes widened in astonishment. Really? I mean, that's incredible. Thank you. Lily loves the stars and planets. It's her favorite subject at school. Then it's settled, Elon said with a small smile, handing her the card. When you're ready, just let me know. Emma stared at the card, her heart swelling with gratitude. She clutched it tightly, silently promising herself that this would be a Christmas Lily would never forget. With both hands holding the card as though it might disappear, she took a deep breath, steadying herself while waves of excitement and thankfulness coursed through her. Thank you for everything. Have a wonderful new year, she said, her voice trembling. You too, Elon replied with a nod before stepping outside, disappearing into the crisp Christmas Eve air in Nashville, Tennessee. Inside the restaurant, a few patrons exchanged glances, some recognizing Elon Musk as soon as he'd walked in. A few had discreetly snapped photos of him talking to Emma, capturing the moment he handed her the money. While the reasons behind his gesture remained unclear, the scene left an indelible impression on everyone who witnessed it. Emma, still clutching the business card, tried to steady her breathing as it quickened. She drew in a deep breath, her eyes gleaming with a light she hadn't felt in years. There was work to finish, but for the first time in what felt like forever, her heart felt lighter than ever. That night, after her shift ended, Emma quietly stepped into her small apartment. In the soft shadows of the room, she saw Lily sleeping soundly on her little bed, tucked beneath a thick quilt. The child's rosy cheeks glowed faintly in the dim light filtering in from the window. Emma sat at the edge of the bed, her hand gently brushing through Lily's soft hair. A wave of indescribable happiness washed over her. Carefully, Emma placed the money Elon had given her in a secure drawer and began forming a plan in her mind. Tomorrow morning, before Lily even stirred from her dreams, she would head to the store. She would buy the doll Lily had longed for over the past few months, a pretty dress, and a pair of warm yet stylish shoes for her to wear this winter. Emma also decided to get 2 tickets for the Christmas movie playing downtown and spend the evening taking Lily out, just the two of them. This Christmas would be a day Lily would never forget, Emma promised herself, her heart fluttering as if a bit of magic had entered their lives. As she lay in bed, Emma couldn't stop smiling, her thoughts alive with excitement for the days ahead. She felt an invigorating energy coursing through her, something she hadn't felt in years. The crushing exhaustion and relentless pressure that had weighed her down for so long seemed to lift. In its place was a pure, simple joy at the thought of the small yet precious moments she could now share with Lily. She imagined waking early to make golden, fluffy pancakes to wake Lily. She pictured herself packing her daughter's lunch and holding her hand on the way to school, their footsteps and giggles echoing under the crisp, clear winter sky. These ordinary moments, once lost in the grind of survival, now felt like treasures waiting to be reclaimed. For the first time in years, Emma felt that this Christmas wasn't just about gifts. It was the start of something new. She thought of the joy that would light up Lily's face when she woke to find the presents. The doll she had been dreaming of, the beautiful dress, the warm shoes, and the 2 tickets for an evening just for the two of them. The thought alone filled Emma's chest with happiness. Not just for the gifts, but for the love, hope, and the promise of a brighter future that she and Lily would build together from this moment on. This story is a profound reminder of the power of kindness and the beauty of life's small yet meaningful moments. Have you ever witnessed or created a significant change through a simple act? Share your story in the comments. Your words might inspire someone else. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to share it with your friends and family to spread the message of love and compassion. Thank you for reading and supporting. Let's create a community where everyone can find hope through these small but impactful stories. Don't forget to follow the page for more heartfelt tales to come. Wishing you endless happiness and joy.